ladies and gentlemen. I'm John Gray, and I'm just plain living here.
Good morning. I'm Peggy Burton.
And I'm Jim Fuller.
And we're all just plain living
That's
here.
right. Did you have a good Easter weekend, everybody?
Oh, yeah. Every weekend
Find
is
the
good.
gold egg?
I was born with a gold egg.
You know, I believe that. I believe
So too. I think you're right, Peggy.
I don't know why I said that. I just think I had a good childhood and made it
There
through
you go.
this far, and that's pretty good.
That's a good thing.
Yes,
I agree.
absolutely. You know anything about basketball this morning, Peggy? You came armed with
I
information
came
last
armed
week.
with all kind of information last week. This week I'm clueless. So what's the newest thing?
Well, let's
tell
see.
me.
Let me think now. Do you know anything about this? Let's see.
We got three of the four number ones didn't make it to the final four.
Right, Syracuse
and the men.
North Carolina.
Right.
And the other two.
Oklahoma and somebody.
Yeah.
Villanova,
that's it. Very good, John. Very good. Yes.
And the Tennessee girls, which I was really surprised, because they dropped out of the top 25 for the first time ever
this year,
in the history of that basketball program, and they made it to the Elite Eight, which was really good.
Yeah,
great.
Which was really good.
Yeah.
And
UConn hadn't lost in 10 years or something.
UConn, Oriama, they are on him. Some reporter is on him because they are beating people by 30 and 40 points. And this reporter is saying they are so good that it's bad for women's basketball for them to be this good. And, he said Tiger Woods was good. And you know what he did for golf? He made people have to be better.
They had to get
better. And now they're
sure.
better golfers. And he said, if you don't like the fact that we're beating people up 30 and 40 points, there's two things that can happen. You can quit watching us, you can quit writing about us, or somebody can beat us.
Yeah.
So they set the bar high.
They set the bar high, and it's going to cause other people to do it.
Yeah, and UConn's like, if you're that good, it's kind of like Donald Trump. No matter what you do, they're going to write about you.
That's right. That's right.
That's true.
And well, you look at it like when UCLA at one time won, 9 out of 11 straight years?
Right.
Well, we're still playing boys basketball.
Yeah.
There's times like that it happens when you get great coaching and great recruiting for a period of time, and then they'll fall off and somebody else will be it. It was Tennessee for a long time in the girls' game, so it's not going to damage the sport.
Yeah.
But as Charlie Brown said, winning isn't everything, but losing isn't anything.
That's right.
Charlie Brown.
I love Charlie Brown. I miss him.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you went there this morning. I wouldn't have thought of Charlie Brown.
You wouldn't have thought of Charlie Brown at all.
So Schultz was a genius.
He really was a genius. I loved his characters, and I love the fact that when adults speak in his movies, they go wah 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 wah, because kids never listen to what an adult says.
No, not at all.
So that's what you hear. I love that. That's clever.
He and Dr. Zeus, they're somewhere sitting on a cloud just laughing at everything.
And I have to admit, I love South Park. They are so bad, but they have a message in there somewhere.
Sure.
Have you ever watched South Park?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Christmas Pooh was one of my favorite ones.
They're cute. Anyway, cartoons. That's my level today.
Cartoons are good.
Spring practice has started in football, college football. Yeah, this week. So
that'll get exciting.
We'll see how good they did, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, do the high school kids? The high school kids don't show up for this, do they?
The ones that are, some of them do. Some of them have graduated already, or will graduate already, and will be there. But most of them are not. So right. So
they don't get up there till fall practice, right?
Right. Yeah. But there's some procrastinators that are picking Tennessee as a shot at the national championship.
Well, that would be nice.
A shot.
A shot.
If you play in the Southeastern Conference, though, however, you got to get past Alabama first.
I've got a shot at winning the lottery as well.
No. The odds are much better than that.
Better for Tennessee than winning the lottery.
What are the odds of winning the lottery? Something like 180 million to 1 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got this song that a buddy of mine and I wrote about the Powerball, and it's about a farmer who lives on a 100-acre rock farm in a single wide trailer, and he goes every day and gets 5 little numbers, and this one night he ends up winning. He's got every number to change his life, but he probably won't change it all. They call it fun at $1 million to 1. Son,
Yeah.
that's the Powerball.
Fun at what?
That's
Fun at
fun at $1 million
Even
to
I like
1.
that title. I like
Son,
that
that's the
title.
Powerball. Well, hadn't changed at all. He's still living in a single wide. He wouldn't live any other way. Or no, he wouldn't live any other way. He's still parked in his single wide trailer, but it's parked on Montego Bay. So even if you keep things relative, winning that thing's going to change you.
A lot of people that win the lottery say, well, yeah, I'm going to work next week and I'm going to do this and do that. You can really do that,
Well,
Why would you?
Depends on whether.
Of course, if you like what you're doing.
If you love your
yes,
work, and if they're smart, they do continue doing something that's positive.
Absolutely,
Otherwise, they'll get lazy and
other than going to
die.
hiding, because every cousin that you never knew you had is going to show up.
It's going to show up.
Oh yeah, we've talked about this a number of times, but one of the things they recommend you do is to get someone, set up a foundation or something like that immediately, and get someone else to handle it other than you, so that you can defer all your long lost relatives to those people, and they decide who gets.
And they decide if they get some.
They get some money or whatever,
I don't sit around much thinking about the lottery because I know the odds.
Do you buy lottery? I don't even buy lottery
are you kidding?
tickets. I think I bought 1 or 2.
Never
Oh, I do.
anything,
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's a long shot, but
But
Can't win unless you buy one.
happens,
Yeah,
that's
that's
true,
right.
yeah.
That's right.
That's true.
Yeah.
There's lots of things coming up. I think
Flowers
Of course,
Coming up everywhere.
John has
everywhere.
written some songs that have great possibilities, but for me, I think that's my only shot.
The possibilities of those songs is about like the same odds as the lottery.
Well, the Ray Price song had tremendous possibilities. It's just that it hit about 30 years later than it needed to.
Yeah. And about 2 months after he was dead.
Right. Which might have been a positive thing. I don't know.
If he could have gone on the Today Show, if he could have made that media run,
right. Yeah.
that would have made all kinds of difference in that particular situation. But it was a very, very positive thing for me.
A very exciting time for you.
Well, I was talking to a friend. I have a gentleman that is Bergen White, who is the person who wrote all of the arrangements for that album and all the strings and everything. He's probably the best composer arranger in Nashville, and he's writing some music for me now for a couple of my lyrics. And I was talking to him, and I just was thanking him for even taking my phone call, because the wall around Nashville, the doors are very, very hard to find, and they're hard to get through once you find them.
You're lucky to get through to him. I was going to ask you this one time. With you, lyrics come first, but sometimes with a writer, the melody comes first. Do you ever have a melody first?
I have. I'm like Harlan Howard. I have 3 chords in the truth is all I have. And sometimes the stuff that I write is more complex, needs to be more complex than I melodically can figure out, because I'm not trained.
You're not trained.
And that's why I gave this piece to Bergen, and he's writing charts for it, and he told me, he said, I want to know what key the singer's going to sing in, because this song has nuances in it to where I can't give them a number chart like Nashville does. I've got to write actual note charts
to make it come out right.
because the nuances can't be shown.
Yeah.
What needs to happen in some of these places. And so I feel very fortunate to have somebody like that that's just allowed me to text him.
Yeah.
And to talk on the phone with him, because that's once you own the 1-horse farm, you want the whole damn range.
That's right.
Go for it.
Success is relative to where you are. Success is relative to where you are on the path.
It's like opportunity.
Yeah.
Opportunity is really hard work.
Yeah, it is.
That's just the way it is. You just keep pushing.
All right, we've got the eggs. Time to go. We have a great show today, folks. We have all kinds of stuff. We have men in kilts. We have city people. We have Michael Jackson here. It's just amazing. Back from the grave. I mean, only right here in Tullahoma, Tennessee on Just Plain Living, because Michael is just plain living again. We'll be back in a minute.
The Kia Summers on Us sales event is going on right now at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. Let me tell you about this event. Purchase a new Kia Sedona, Kia Optima, Kia Forte, and receive 0% financing up to 66 months and your first 3 payments for free. For a limited time only, no strings attached. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. The Kia Summers on Us sales event going on right now. Why buy anywhere else?
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do,
Everyday miracles at Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
All right, listen to the music. All right, who is that, Tom?
That's the Tannehill Weavers.
The Tannehill Weavers, right there they are. And you know where they're going to be? Turn that music down a little bit.
Okay. We can turn it off.
No, just let it down a little bit more. There you go.
There you go.
All right, I have Tom Bentley here with me and Marietta Ward, and this is the Piping on the Green is taking place April 9th at the Celtic Cup here in Tullahoma, and these are the representatives of a whole day worth of great times, great music, dancing, crafts,
great food.
Great food.
Celtic food.
And so, with all of that said, the floor is yours.
I think you said it all.
Sell it.
Sell it.
Sell it, baby. Sell it.
We'd love to, actually. It's going to be a great day for sure. It's an event that celebrates Tartan Day, which was set aside by our President Bush in 2004. April 4th is the big day, and so we've gone on and try to sell it to everybody, I guess, in a sense. So it's a way of celebrating the Celtic people, what their contributions have been. We have every ethnic group around has their own little celebration, and we're part of that, and so that's what we're trying to do.
Okay, now for some people who might not, I think most people kind of understand, but some people who don't, Celtic is not just Scotch.
Scotch, Irish,
it's
Welsh.
Welsh, yeah.
Right.
It's more than, a lot of people think it's just a Scottish thing, and that's one thing I wanted to make sure that people understood. It's not just that one thing, it's that whole area where all of that took place.
Right. This is the sponsoring organization is the Highland Rim Scottish Society.
Right.
And from that we get a lot of the Scottish. However, Irish is Celtic also, so it's more Celtic.
And is that a geographic thing because of where these cultures were located?
Largely, yes, in the British Isles mostly, and they've migrated up and back, and with ice changes, there's a lot of things that happen.
Right.
And one of the things we're going to have there is a little workshop on genealogy and DNA, and so you can find out where folks came from and what the mixture is. And about everybody's got a little Celtic blood in them somewhere. So.
Yeah, I like that one commercial on television where the guy has worn lederhosen his whole life, and he finally gets his DNA checked and had to trade his lederhosen in for a kilt.
Absolutely.
He wasn't German.
No.
To be a member of the Highland Rim Scottish Society, you do not have to be of Celtic descent.
Right.
No.
Just as long as you have an interest in it.
Right.
And it was organized in 1995. Dr. Jim Lindsay, Jimmy Murray, Angela Arnold were instrumental in getting it started. We have 133 members, and we've got great programs lined up for the year. Tom Bentley is our program chair.
Yeah. Right.
So you need to come down to the Celtic Cup and attend that, and then you get to be a part of Happy on the Green. This is something we do to give back to the community and educate them.
Right, and we usually go down there and get some film every year, and isn't it amazing how little a speaker can be these days?
Yeah, pretty obnoxious sometimes.
Yeah, really. But we go down and film, and it's colorful. People are in their dress regalia from different stages of Celtic dress.
Mm-hmm.
There's always bagpipers there.
We've got quite a run. Let me get.
Yeah,
I got a cheat sheet
3 minutes here to give us a
oh my
lineup on
gosh!
what's going on.
Well, I was going to go through. There's going to be food first of all.
Yes.
Scotch eggs, tatties and neeps. Let you figure that one out. It's potatoes and turnips, soda bread, bangers and mash. Now that's a good meal.
Bangers and mash.
That's sausages and mashed potatoes.
There you go.
And there's cold cannon, which is. Oh well, there's a whole lot.
Good food.
Right? Good food.
Good
yes.
food.
Different. Something if you haven't tried. And this is the lineup. You probably. Marietta knows more about it. The Tannehill Weavers are featured, and that was what you just showed.
That was the band, right.
That's the band. They're coming over from Scotland.
So this band will be coming from Scotland right here to be at the Celtic Cup. And if you're interested in that type of music and you like some of the things we've had at South Jackson, like Gaelic Storm and all of that type of fast-moving, fun, beer slugging, pint drinking,
right?
Patty's fell in the river again.
There you go.
So
they were founded in 1968, and they're named for the Scottish poet Robert Tannehill.
Right.
And we're just excited. They're coming through the area. They'll be in Birmingham and Atlanta. And so Tullahoma was very fortunate to have them
very
here.
Good, very good.
So the Secret Commonwealth is going to be there. They're from the Nashville area, and they've been playing around. A lot of folks probably know them. They've been showing up every month or so at the Celtic Cup. They're a delightful group, funny, fun-loving, and they said they got together because it was a party. And
they said this is a party that had to become a band.
Had to become a band.
Right.
So there you go. There you go.
A lot of bands don't form that way, but those are the best.
And then the Black Market Haggis. Now, haggis in its original form is banned from the United States. Okay?
Right.
So Black Market Haggis has a meaning.
Has a meaning.
But it's a band. Anyway, it's a band. So, but the haggis that you get on Piping on the Green is okay. In fact,
so
it's very
basically,
good.
We've got entertainment. What time will all this start?
Starts actually with the vendors and folks that'll be there demonstrating crafts, and that's where they'll be there about 8. The opening ceremonies will be at 9, and it goes through till 6 o'clock that night.
6 o'clock that night. And one thing that's always interested me is there'll be weavers out there. There'll be people. There was a forge out there one year. They were making nails.
They will be back.
They will be back.
They were making nails and making metal pieces to run your wagons and all the things that you would think would have to take place back in the day before automobiles and before technology. So it's a very educational. If you have young children, this is a great place to bring young children for them to see how things were pre-grandma and grandpa, way pre.
Absolutely. Yeah, go back maybe to the 1700s.
Right.
The outfit that I'm wearing is kind of, this is more like business casual nowadays, I guess, if you're going to do a Scottish sort of thing. But the kilts go back to around the late 1700s. But there have been changes even in that throughout time.
But that's the different clans had the different weaves.
Yes.
Different colors.
This one, for example, is a black Stuart. I trace the black means color, but it turns out that I have And my succession back to my ancestor that I'm kind of looking to is a Sir Donald Martin Stewart. It's one of my relatives. Goes through Black, the name Black,
right,
and then Stewart. So it gets that way. So that's why I picked this tartan. But there's other, you've got on...
My family goes back to Stevenson, and this is a Stevenson tartan.
Stevenson tartan. Okay, folks, again, we're about out of time here. That's going to be April 9th. It's going to start at 8 o'clock till 6 o'clock. There'll be entertainment. There'll be food. These delightful folks will be there. And go, take your children, make an outing of this. It's very educational. It's very entertaining. And if they're there, it's going to be fun, too.
And it's free.
It's free.
And you don't have to be Celtic.
There you go.
Bring your folding chair and stay the day.
Come and have a big time. Thank y'all for being with us today.
Thank you very much, John.
Folks, we'll be right back after these messages.
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family caring for your family since 1932.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play, what you wear, how you dance, or even what direction life takes you. You just need to be there. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
How long has it been since you raced a cheetah? Are your tornado creating skills getting rusty? Tired of being the only one in your neighborhood who hasn't built a dinosaur? Sounds like it's time to visit the Hands-On Science Center. The Hands-On Science Center is an indoor science playground. In this museum, please touch is the rule. Join us for weekly science demonstrations on space, lasers, lizards, rocks, and a whole lot more. No two visits are ever the same, so visit often to see our ever-changing exhibits and demonstrations. The Hands-On Science Center, 101 Mitchell Boulevard in Tullahoma.
I am so glad I'm back here with Kat Murray. How are you doing today?
I am doing awesome. How are you,
I know
Miss
we're
Peggy?
about to do a tribute coming up this weekend.
To some guy that wears sparkling stuff.
What is all this about? That looks a little bit like Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, that is right. We are on His Story Told by Her #9.
Is it already 9?
Already 9.
That's amazing. And think of the money you've brought in for great organizations. What's the organization this time?
Coffee County Anti-Drug Coalition.
What a great thing to have a fundraiser for.
Yes.
And I know this is Saturday night, 7 o'clock, South Jackson Civic Center. To get a ticket, to call your store?
Yes, you have to come to McMurray's because it's not a South Jackson event.
Okay, so do
we're at
we need to give a number?
461-0034 is the number.
461-0034 is the number to call for a reservation, or you can go by your place, which is
101 West OG Street
and pick up
in
tickets.
Tullahoma. And then also you can get tickets at the event on Saturday in case you find out, oh, I really didn't have anything to do after all.
So I will just show up at the door.
I'll just show up at the door.
Right.
And it's still $15 at the door.
How long is the show about?
It's 2 hours.
2 hours. So you have an intermission and
an intermission.
Sell concessions. Is there anything else for sale?
No. The anti-drug will probably bring some of their information.
Some information so people can ask questions.
Yes.
In what way does the Anti-Drug Coalition help people?
Well, they have a few programs. One program, they will give you a lockbox. If you have drugs, medication in your home, or you say you're taking care of a person that's ill, they will give you a free lockbox.
Oh, that's
good.
good.
You lock up your medication.
Because
and
people steal drugs from your home.
Kids might get into them also.
Well, that's a big thing, too.
And they also have a program that they call Count It Like It, Drop It, where you will take your medications and you will keep a count of, okay, the doctor gave me 30. 2 days from now, I should have this amount. And then that way you know that your drugs are being not being taken from your home.
They're being monitored, basically. And it's some people are on really heavy drugs, and some people really need the pain medication.
Yes.
But they have to be ever watchful, because there are people out there that will steal that medication.
Yes, and so the anti-drug does a lot with not just drugs, they also do things with alcohol. On alcohol-related, they do a lot of things up at the Capitol. They actually, I think they're there today. There's 2 employees, an executive director and her assistant, and they just go all over the state and just do different things. And Coffee County Anti-Drug started the Count It Like It Drop It program, and we've actually sold it to a couple of other states.
What a great plan. That's wonderful to know that. Do you pick the organizations you want to raise funds for, or do they call you?
Well, it kind of comes to me. And I thought, they need help, you know.
They really do need help. I think drugs is a much bigger problem than people want to admit.
Yes, and so this money won't go to anything as far as staff or their supplies. It will all come back to the community.
It'll come back to the community.
And so they don't.
And when we say community, is that regional?
It's Coffee County.
All of Coffee County.
Yeah.
And so hopefully other counties have the same sort of program.
They do. Franklin County has one, I know, and then I know there's at least 40 counties that have some kind of take back or drug coalition.
Yeah.
And there's 90 counties in this state?
Honestly, I don't know. I'd like to say that I know how many counties, but there's a lot of counties in this state. We're almost like 3 states.
Exactly.
East, west, middle,
and we've been covering and doing a lot of things in all the states with just Coffee County. So there's really growing, and those 2 people are amazing. I've worked with them since they started the anti-drug coalition in Coffee County, and I just love working with them because they get things done, and that's why I want to help them get some extra stuff. You know.
Well, let's talk about your show just a little bit.
My show. It's a 2-hour show.
2 hour, and some things that are going to be on there that might be different.
Well, we usually do the second act. We usually do a tribute to someone, like we did Whitney Houston one time. We did Janet Jackson once. But this time,
that's a good idea.
Yeah, but this time I decided I have a dance club at Farrah that we started this year.
Are they coming on?
They're going to be the opening act.
I love it. I've seen them. They're cute.
We're going to do a 10-minute evolution of dance, and so this will be your one and only chance to see Catherine Murray dance. So you better come on out. And we have
how many's in that little group?
14.
14 children.
14 children. They're kindergarten through 5th graders, and they're excited, and we're all excited because, well, like I said, you get to see me dancing.
Listen,
I'm not a dancer.
anytime you can put children on the stage to give them confidence.
Yes.
And in the long run, that might be something positive against drugs, because if you've got something fun to do in your life, it'll help you to stay off of drugs.
I've just really enjoyed the dance club. I'm really, honestly, I'm not a dancer, and they asked me to do it, and I've really had a great.
You've been dancing in your soul your entire life, and you know it.
It's just great. It's just fun, and I'm excited to see how they react, because some of them, of course, has never been up on stage.
This is a great opportunity. And I know you have your regular group.
Yes, we went from 4 dancers to 11 dancers.
And that's big.
I have a 6-year-old, Miss Katera, who sings with me. She's singing "Man in the Mirror." And D'Angelo will be back. This is his 9th time.
I know, and he's always
there.
A star.
Yes, he is.
We love seeing him.
Love him. And then every other show or so, we try to do a different theme to Thriller. And this is the show where we're changing. So
you're not going to tell us what it is. Big secret to Thriller coming up. Yeah. Do you have a favorite Michael Jackson song?
Well, yes, I do, but I don't sing it. It's an old 70s song. It's called "I Want to Be Where You Are." But somebody asked me the other day, what songs I like to sing in the show now, and I like to sing "I Want to Be Starting Something." It's just a fun, crazy bounce around song in black or white. I don't know why. I just love singing those 2 songs.
I love that song. I love the idea of the song and what it means. And Michael was a genius, and what a sad thing that we had to lose him so young.
Okay, now you're gonna make me cry.
I know, but you know, I feel the same way about George Gershwin many years ago. He lived this very short life, was writing all this jazz, and now the same thing with Michael Jackson. What he was putting out there a new form and a new genre of music that had not been out there before, and
it's just so everyone just loves. It doesn't matter race, age. Last show, I had a 90-year-old woman come up and do the electric slide with us. It was awesome. She told me she was 90. It was her birthday. Her daughter bought her, and she came up and did the electric slide. She kept up with them too.
That's
wonderful. It was amazing. There's 2 times in the show where I have people come up and
I
join
think
us on stage.
Anytime you can involve the audience, and they do get involved in your show.
Oh, yeah.
More than just coming up on stage with clapping and with stomping their feet and whatever.
Well, we encourage everybody to sing along, get up, dance.
Well, I'd just like to say that whether you go or not, if you could just buy a ticket or do a donation.
Yes.
You all should have a box, maybe you do, have a basket there for extra donations.
Sometimes we take a photo, and then if you want to take a photo, we just don't.
Yeah, well, that's a good idea.
So we don't
remember, this is Saturday night at South Jackson Civic Center, and this is the number to get a ticket.
Yes.
And I'm sure if you happen to call Fran, she'd give the information
She
too.
would. She's that kind of friend.
Tickets, she is. They're $15 a piece, and that's at South Jackson Civic Center this Saturday night. So get out there, get a ticket, and support a wonderful cause. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be back.
Oh, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the paint. Uh-oh. I just knocked the tree over. This is the paint doctor. I got the color wheel. Now, you know what a color wheel is? It is the wheel at the Paint Works where you pick all your colors to paint your room. It could be a multicolored beard. It could be a underarm fan. You never can tell. One thing we do know is that it's time to paint. You know, you can make your wife very happy if you go to your house and paint some rooms, or you paint the outside of the house, the inside of the house. It makes them feel very good because you work hard for them and they like that. All women like to see their man sweat. You know, they do. Honeydew is what they do. And you get to do it too. So you go to the Paint Works at 1960 North Washington Street and you see David Heikkinen over there, and he's the real paint doctor. He fixes you up with color. It's so nice when the color is right. Go to Paint Works today. Martin Senor. See? Martin Senor. Right there. Martin Senor at the Paint Works. Bye, and we see you next time. I'm burning up.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
Hello, everyone. I'm John Rickman.
And I'm Pat Welch, and we're here with the 5th installment of Conversations with John and Pat. John, you know, I've had a great time, and my wife has felt like I may have watched Channel 6 and also the internet more than I should have, admiring ourselves on our first 4 installments. And I don't know if it's the light.
Admiration might not be the word. It may be is so you don't embarrass yourself.
Well, it may have been watching it with a critical eye. But I have noticed that both of us have some of our hair has departed. And I don't know that we're going to be able to mask that.
No.
Has Philip got the, there's
a picture of Al Pacino. No, that's Pat Well. That's your early picture, Pat.
That's my picture when I was at Motlow, and I had a lot of confidence then.
Has that diminished somewhat since that time?
The worst part about it, of being this vain, I'm a sinful person. This is Good Friday that we're taping this. When I close my eyes and think of myself, that's how I see myself.
Yeah,
and,
see yourself
and
there.
there's times when I look in the mirror that I'm a little bit surprised. Now there's John.
That's on my wedding day.
That's his wedding day, and I think we talked last one of several of the segments beforehand that we'd made trips over to Depot Street in Chapel Hill where your mother lived before she moved to Tullahoma, and she had a spare bedroom that had all 3 of the children's wedding day pictures up, big pictures. And the first time I saw John's, I thought, wow, if Walt Disney had seen that, Annette Funicello would have another leading man at Beach Blanket Bingo. You know.
Thank you, Pat. That's very kind of you. But, you know, years ago, my brother lost his hair long before I did mine. Once I got into real estate full time, I guess that was a pretty tough job because I lost quite a bit of my hair during the real estate years. But anyway, my brother lost his hair first, and I wrote a song about I think I'm going bald. And my brother has done this song many times, and maybe I can get through it. Won't you listen to my sad story? It's a tale of trouble and woe. I've been depressed for such a long time, I gotta tell someone I know. Now it's not a laughing matter, it's a serious problem to me. So perhaps you can help me get a hold of myself in this time of misery. Oh no, my hair's falling out. I think I'm going bald. I've spent a lot of sleepless nights just worrying about it all. I stand for the mirror helplessly and watch it fall. Yes, my hair's falling out. My gosh, I think I'm going bald. I've stood on my head for hours. I've eaten vitamins by the pound. I've read every hair care magazine. I've been to every MD in town. I've tried every miracle quick grow drug that's ever been advertised. Used every miracle, used every remedy known to man, and some that men ain't tried. Must have styled my hair 1,000 different ways. I fluff and tease each tiny strand and I freeze it quick to spray. I guess you could say I got hair, but the sad fact still remains. It's either lying on the floor in the bathtub drain. Oh no, my hair's falling out. I think I'm going bald. I've spent a lot of sleepless nights just worrying about it all. I stand for the mirror helplessly and watch it fall. Yes, my hair's falling out. My gosh, I think I'm going bald. I massage my scalp with goose grease, rare herbs, and alcohol. Oh, this is tough. That's a hard song. Well, Pat, let's just end it right there.
It's a hard topic.
Well, I had to do a lot of research in that song, and I hate to end it that way, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. All the words just don't come, and I don't have the words standing out before me.
Well,
but you get the gist of the song, don't you?
You get plenty of gist on it. And while you were singing that, it reminded me of our good friend Jackie Ravis. You know, he thought while he was recruiting for baseball team at Motlow State, he had to have hair, and he didn't have any. And he had a tremendous wraparound that he coiffured every morning. In fact, his wife told me that they had mirrors on all the walls in the bathroom. And if you can imagine all that, and the stories that could lead into that. But he spent something like a half hour every morning getting all that spiraled and then sprayed where it would stay.
You mean Jackie did that?
And Jackie did that. And we're laughing at Jackie when he'd get excited. He had kind of a high-pitched voice. And they moved from Sharondale to off of Kings Lane. Royal Court. At the height of this spiraling and spraying. And his wife told him that they weren't going to have as many mirrors at the new house, and that aerosol smell that was permanently embedded in that house in Sharondale was out. And he went and had Mr. Spry, I believe, or Mr. Ray, cut it all off at one whack. And he said that they pulled all the spiral off of one side. And he told me, he said, you know, he said, I was a hippie on one side and a GI on the other.
You know, Chris has told people, you know, Chris is losing a little hair too. He's getting to that age where he's losing some, and some people say, Chris, are you losing hair? And he said, yeah, I've been to our family reunions. I know what's coming.
Well, Chris is John's son, and my son is also named John, and he's losing some of his. And he's made some caustic remarks about the genealogy effects that's taking over. Well, John, we're getting close, I believe.
Pat, one thing I'd like to say, if we go back a few segments to the Chapel Hill Ghost Light.
Okay.
Someone has asked me, I didn't mess that song up, by the way, who was the fella who died on the railroad track? And the first one to die was a fella named Skip Agent. And that was back in the 40s, and maybe 43, 45, somewhere in that general area. And he was the first one that passed away or got run over by the train at the railroad track. And I thought it was interesting. I did see the death certificate one time, and Miss Mary Roselle, she was the Health County nurse. She was the one that signed where the coroner normally signed.
Wow.
So I thought that was very interesting.
Well, for an unrehearsed follow-up to that, I was really surprised when I got on the internet to either admire or critique ourselves. We got on the Ghost Light, there was a lot of information there, and there was one theory at least put out that somebody had killed the gentleman first and then laid him on the tracks, hoping that the train would dismember him so bad that they would have a hard time finding the cause of the death.
You know, forensics weren't.
They didn't have CSI back then.
No,
John.
they didn't have CSI back then. Yeah. Okay. Well, we just wanted to clear that little fact up.
All right, and that's probably close to the end of the 5th segment, and it's not the end of the stories, as I said last time, unless management says it is.
The Animal Shelter has served Tullahoma dogs for nearly 30 years. Now, you can help us build a bigger and better no-kill shelter. Your tax-deductible gift is matched dollar for dollar, so come on, bark it forward and donate now to have your tax-deductible gift matched. Make your check payable to the COT Shelter Building Fund and go to tullahomatn.gov to see all the unique gifts available for your generosity. For more details, you can call City Hall at 455-2648.
Did you take your medicine?
Oh gosh, I forgot it.
Her nurse.
You need a claim number?
Her personal assistant.
Let me just grab a...
Her housekeeper. Her cook. Her accountant. When I started taking care of Mom, I didn't realize the challenge of playing so many roles. But above all, I'm still her daughter.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving to connect with experts and other caregivers. Together we can better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
All right, folks, we're back, and I'm glad to have my friend Michael with me today from Grace Baptist Church. And Michael, you have a great event going on coming up. It's a men's conference.
It sure is. It's coming this Saturday, April 2nd,
right,
5 to 8 o'clock.
And tell us a little bit about what the activities are, who's involved. And and this is for anybody and everybody.
Yes.
But it's a men's conference.
Sure. Yeah.
Are we getting in trouble there by not letting the women come? You know how politically correct everybody has to be.
Right. No, I think that this type of thing, the ladies are excited about having their men go because we're
get them out of the house.
It's a conference to encourage men and boys. We want the men to bring their sons. We want young men to come. We just want to be an encouragement to these men and to walk in their faith each and every day.
Sure.
So that's what we're wanting. This is the second year we've done this. We did it last year. And First Baptist Tullahoma and Grace have partnered together along with Duck River Baptist Association of Churches.
So this is a big deal.
So we're calling it a community-focused community men's conference.
Wonderful, wonderful. And who is this good-looking young guy over here?
This is Noah Henshaw. Noah is 17 years old. He's a songwriter, singer, worship leader, speaker, tremendous speaker, and he's going to be doing a concert at 5 o'clock for us, and presenting. He writes his own music. He'll be sharing his music and singing as well. So
can we have just a little taste of that?
Sure,
you have
absolutely.
One you want to do for us?
Sure, absolutely. Seems like all I could see was the struggle, haunted by ghosts that lived in my past, bound up in shackles of all my failures, wondering how long is this gonna last. Well, then you look at this prisoner and say to me, son, stop fighting a fight that's already been won. I am redeemed. You set me free. So I shake off these heavy chains, wipe away every stain. I'm not who I used to be. I am redeemed. Oh, thank God, redeemed.
All right.
All right. Good job. Good job.
Yeah.
So that'll get you fired up.
Yeah, Noah will do a tremendous job. We want to reach out to our young people, to the youth of our community as well. So we've got a young man that God's anointed and called to ministry, and he's going to be sharing with us during that 5 o'clock time. We'll have at 6 o'clock, we'll have Monty Hatcher's award-winning barbecue.
Monty loves to feed people around
He does.
Doesn't he?
He's good at it.
Yeah.
And, we did this last year, and everybody, that was the highlight of the whole evening, was gathering around those tables eating that barbecue that he cooked.
There you go.
And then at 7 o'clock, we'll have DJ Shockley, former SEC football player. He was quarterback for the Georgia Bulldogs, and took the Bulldogs to a SEC championship in 2005, and then he went on to play for the Atlanta Falcons for 4 years. He will be coming to share a message with us as well. Noah will lead in a time of worship at the beginning of that session, and then DJ will come share as well. And his message is about overcoming obstacles. And I think we all have obstacles that we deal with, and he's going to be sharing some of his experiences.
Even if you're on a good track, good things can be an obstacle to get to another place down your path as well.
Definitely.
In a way, I mean, they're a positive obstacle, but there's you got to navigate.
Right.
You have to learn how to navigate.
That's right.
And that's great. Well, this is just this is a great event. And again, this is going to be at Grace Baptist?
Grace Baptist, 1901 Avoca Road. We'll meet in the worship center at first, and then we'll move over to the gym for the meal. Tickets are online. We'd love for people to buy them online if they can. You can go to www.graceintullahoma.com, and there'll be a link on there that you can click on and be able to purchase those tickets. They're $12 in advance for adults. $6 for boys that are 12 and under. $6 for 12 and under. We really want the men to bring their sons, or maybe you know of a teenage boy that doesn't have a dad or somebody that
be a mentor.
And be a mentor. Bring them, encourage them. What a great opportunity to hear a young man share his testimony through music and through the Word, and to hear another young man share about his experiences in college, NFL, in life, in sports. This is sports community here, so people love that.
It sure is. Well, Michael, thank you so much, and we appreciate all the things that you've done in this community as well.
My pleasure.
And a bright spot that you are, and to know that you're healthy and well and going along your path.
Well, thank you so much.
We're blessed and appreciate you very much. Very nice to meet you, young
nice
man,
to meet you.
and we
Thank
hope
you.
to hear great things from you. I'm sure we will.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right.
Awesome.
We'll be right back after these messages.
We get closer to a world with more birthdays when we take cancer patients by the hand. We help them find answers and guidance and hope, and give them more candles to light. We're the American Cancer Society. Help create a world with more birthdays at morebirthdays.com.
Is this the year you want to get fit? If so, check out just some of the things Tullahoma Parks and Rec has to offer. Kickboxing, aerobics, silver sneakers workouts, swim lessons, boot camp, water aerobics, basketball, Zumba, yoga, pickleball, lap swimming, treadmill, karate. Get fit, Tullahoma, and have some fun with Tullahoma Parks and Rec.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. I always have wonderful guests on this show, and today I have with me Heather Kleinfeld and Joyce Prusek.
Yes,
I got it right.
You got it right.
And they're here with Children's Advocacy event coming up soon.
It is very soon.
It's like this week, isn't it?
Next week.
Next week. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's give the date. You all go ahead and give the date.
It's Friday, April 8th. So,
Friday, April 8th.
a week from Friday, yes.
And we really need to get the number up for you to get tickets, which is 931-723-8888. That's pretty easy, isn't it?
It is.
723-8888. And or you can log on to www.coffeecountycac.org for all the details that you can handle. And what a fun thing, Everyday Heroes.
It is going to be a blast.
Yeah, tell me about it. Let's hear about it.
Well, it's our big fundraiser, and we start at 6 p.m. with a social hour, silent auction kind of style, and then at 7 we move into dinner, and there's a live auction, and we have some fantastic items. And after dinner and everything is done and sold, I guess is a good way to say it, we have the band Escape.
Right. We party. We like to party.
What kind of music do they play?
Everything.
Everything?
Everything. They say they do modern, like, Pharrell Williams sort of stuff. They do older, cover
So
stuff.
any age group is going to enjoy this music.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And at the social hour, you can buy mixed drinks, I think, or you can buy coffee, tea, or whatever, I suppose.
You can get anything you want to,
soft drinks, whatever.
Right.
And then you have your silent auction items are all out?
Yes, and if you've never been to our auction, we probably have one of the best, if not the
What are
best
some of
in
the
the
items?
county.
Do you want to tell?
Well, live auction, we have Bonnaroo tickets, we have Southwest Airline tickets, we have Walt Disney World tickets, we have Callaway golf equipment, we have pizza for a year from J&G.
Oh my goodness.
We have fantastic
You really do.
live
We
auction.
get some good
stuff.
You have some great auction
and
items.
Silent auction, we have, you know, a lot of family activities around Nashville, around Chattanooga, donations from here in the community for different restaurants, different gift shops, you know, have all kind of contributed to help
So
make
bring
this
some
event.
money with you, bring
Yes.
your checkbook, bring your credit card.
Yeah.
Because this event is for children. What are some of the things you all do? I mean, that the advocacy group does for children.
Well, we do intervention and prevention services for children who have been victims of abuse. And I just actually ran some numbers yesterday. Since opening our doors just a little over 10 years ago, there's been 3,050 children who've come through us for help.
3,000.
Over 3,000, yeah.
That's
and
amazing.
we do, we interview the children, so we do forensic interviews on site instead of law enforcement or the Department of Children's Services interviewing the kids. We do medical exams in partnership with our kids. We provide mental health services so the children can actually heal from whatever happened to them. We work with the children and families to get them whatever other resources they might need, and then prevention program, which is Heather's program in the schools and in the community. And everything that we do is free of charge.
That's beautiful. And by the way, there's a 931 in front of that number out there if you happen to be out of the area. And is this just for Coffee County, your group?
We're primarily Coffee County, but there is not an advocacy center in Franklin or Grundy County in that judicial district. So some of those children will come to us for interviews and services because you know, we don't want to turn any child away who needs help. But the majority of our children are from Coffee County, yes.
I noticed that you have heroes in your title here. Everyday Heroes, Party with a Purpose. I like that. I think it's important to let people know what everyday heroes are. Some people don't get it, but tell us who the everyday heroes are.
Well, everyday heroes can be anyone that is a hero in your life. It can be someone who is a soldier or someone who is a police officer or a firefighter or anything like that. Or you can take it to the extreme and you can say superheroes. You can come dressed as your favorite superhero if you want to.
That would be fun, wouldn't
We
it?
didn't want to exclude anyone who thinks that someone in their life is a hero, whether it's a superhero or just an everyday person.
I think we have a lot of heroes in our lives that go unnoticed.
We do.
Absolutely.
We
They're
do.
silent heroes, I call them, that touch the lives of many people like you too. Look at the people's lives you touch. To me, you're a hero for doing that.
Thank you.
It's stepping up to serve the community and people that need it so desperately. But let's go back and talk a little bit more about the event. You said the social hours at 6 o'clock, so the doors will open then?
The doors open, well, they'll be open a little bit before then, but yeah, the ball gets rolling at 6.
So that's a great chance to meet and greet and have some fun and
bid
get
on
ready.
some great items.
And I think you have a big dinner, don't you?
We do have a big dinner.
What's on that dinner? Do you have any idea?
We do a 3-course dinner, so there'll be salad of some sort, a seasonal salad with chicken cordon bleu, some roasted potatoes, and a fresh green bean and carrot medley, if I'm not mistaken. And then for dessert, it's still up in the air. I have to decide by today, so I'm...
Is there a taste test involved?
I wish there were.
We'll all be there or taste
Exactly.
it. And then I'm sure they serve coffee, tea, and
Absolutely.
water.
Yes,
and
yes.
But it's a full 4-course meal
It
or
is.
whatever.
It is,
3-course,
absolutely.
whatever.
Yes.
But that's a wonderful thing to do, and I think the crowds that you get show that everybody loves the event.
It is a fun event. It really is. And we try to do it on a Friday night so people, can come after work and then they still have their weekend to enjoy, the time with their families. I think so too.
For an event of this. How many years has this been going on?
Well,
or do you know?
10 years. So
10
this
years?
is our 10th event. Yes, the center has been open 10 years as of last August, but this is actually the 10th event that we've actually done. And I think the 4th or 5th year that we've stuck with the party with a purpose and just had a different theme with
Do
it.
you two have a title in the Advocacy Center's organization?
I'm the director.
You're the director. I thought so.
And I'm the prevention coordinator.
And you're doing a great job.
Thank you. Thank you.
How long have you been working on this?
The event?
This event, yeah.
Since
October
fall,
at least, because some of our auction items require like 6 months worth of notice.
Sure.
So we have to send a lot of things out. So yeah, so at least since October is when we started throwing around the the theme and everything.
And you're basically the ones that get the auction items, or do you have a team of other workers?
We have some helpers.
And, and do you have lots of sponsors? Do you get sponsors for this event?
We do, absolutely, yes.
And you may not be able to name them all, but certainly we want to honor the people that continue to sponsor this event.
Yes, and there are some that have been with us every single year, and we can't thank them enough. They do make it possible, because we do say child abuse is a community problem, and it takes a community that truly cares to make sure that we keep our doors open to help these kids, and without them, that wouldn't be possible.
Where is your office?
We're on the square in Manchester.
Oh, well, that's easy to find.
Yes. So,
just on the square. So if there's somebody out there that's never heard of this, they could just come to your office?
Absolutely, yeah. And we also offer tours. If anybody actually wants to see where their money is going, we're happy to give them a tour of the center. We just ask people to call ahead of time just to make sure we don't have a child there. Absolutely.
And the fact that you service so many children, I mean, that is in a way appalling to me that there are that many children. Of course it's appalling, but the fact that there's somewhere to go, that's really special.
Right.
And I think the services you do are wonderful. All right, we're about to wrap it up. So let's make sure you understand that this wonderful event, Everyday Heroes, is Friday, April 8th. Doors are open and ready to go by a little bit before 6. You have a social hour, you have auction, you have a great meal.
And
Any
then
last
dancing.
words? Oh, dancing, don't forget that. You can stay all night, I guess. What time do you close?
Usually by midnight.
By midnight, all right.
When the clock ticks, Cinderella's there.
It sounds like fun. Joyce and Heather, I love you too for what you do.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Get out there and buy a ticket. We'll be back.
Partners for Healing provides medical care to the working uninsured of Coffee, Franklin, and Moore counties. We are in Tullahoma from 8 to 5, Monday through Thursdays, and in Manchester on Fridays from 8 to 12. We provide primary medical care and offer an in-house disease management program.
My name is Rosie Mitchell, and I would just like to say I am blessed to have partners in my life.
Please call 455-5014 for more information. Thank you for being one of our Partners for Healing.
Hello, this is Janie Price. When my husband Ray Price would tour across the country, his favorite place to dine was Cracker Barrel Old Country Store locations. His favorite thing to order was the Uncle Herschel.
And the beauty of it all is forever, you'll be holding me to.
I miss Ray dearly, and I'm so proud that his last album, Beauty Is, The Final Sessions, is available at his favorite restaurant.
A love affair to remember.
The project includes a duet with Martina McBride and harmony vocals from Vince Gill. Ray believed this to be the best recording he had ever made.
Oh, I wish I was 18 again.
I think you'll agree when you pick up your copy of Beauty Is, The Final Sessions at a Cracker Barrel Old Country Store location near you or at crackerbarrel.com.
A world without breast cancer is a world with more birthdays. And signing up for the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk will help us get there faster. The American Cancer Society invests in groundbreaking breast cancer research, and we're part of every community. In fact, 1 in 2 women newly diagnosed with breast cancer turns to us for support. Sign up today at makingstrideswalk.org. Together, we can finish the fight against breast cancer.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're pleased to have joining us now Winston Brooks, who is the community coordinator for the city of Tullahoma, and he's here today with some big news, starting off with your Get Fit program, which got kind of a boost, I understand.
That's right, we did. Thank you so much. It's great to be here this morning.
Yeah,
always a great day to be in Tullahoma. Yeah, well, you know, there's been a healthy initiative in Tullahoma that Mayor Curley started about 2013, and we've evolved into Get Fit Tullahoma, and we've just had a lot of success with that program. Last night at the Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting, Mayor Curley did announce another grant that we've got from a organization called Healthier Tennessee. So we got $5,000. It was a big check, and so it's fun to always show off those big checks. And this money is going to be used to improve and extend Greenway network in Tullahoma. And It's going to.
And that project's already underway, is it? Or is
yeah, well, it's actually been underway for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
We are currently, though, extending the Greenway behind Cedar Lane Church of Christ.
Right.
And so if you go over there, you can see that activity going on. And then we've got some plans to extend it south.
Oh.
And so we've got another grant that's going to help us with that, and then this $5,000 will be coupled with that to provide, additional playgrounds and fitness equipment. We haven't gotten all the details worked out, but Tullahoma was one of the first communities chosen by the Governor Haslam to be a Healthier Tennessee community, and part of that was we were eligible to apply for this grant, and to do that we had to get 50% of the K through 8th grade using a program called Go Noodle. So through this partnership with Gina Bumbalo and the school, we achieved that, and we had to get 15% of our faith groups using a program called Small Starts at Worship, and 35% of our employers using the same system called Small Starts at Work. And these apps help employers and churches develop wellness programs.
Right.
So it's a great program going on.
That
We're real
was quite
excited
an
about it.
accomplishment, I think, too. That's pretty significant. That
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we had a lot of fun contacting those employers and explaining to them the benefits, and so people were excited to get on board. It was great. So now we're just continuing to ride the momentum of the fitness and wellness initiative that are going on around in many communities, and especially in Tullahoma. And we've got a great event that we wanted to tell the audience about that's coming up April 9th. And it's a great event for several reasons. One is because it gives people an opportunity to come out on April 9th, which is a Saturday morning. It's going to be beautiful at Fraser McEwen Park, 8 a.m. Registration starting at 6:30. And you can walk around the park there. We've got it measured out to approximately 3.1 miles, so it's a 5K, and if you want to run it, you can, but we encourage people to come out and walk, stroll. And but the best thing about this, Jim, is it supports an organization called CASA, and that stands for Children's Court-Appointed Special Advocates. And they're a great organization serving Coffee, Franklin, Moore counties, even Bedford County. They are the voice of the child, and that's the theme of our race is lift up a child's voice, a child's life. And so the volunteers that work at CASA compile a file on the foster child, and then the judge uses that file to make his decisions based on the particulars of that case. And Wanda Strayhorn does a great job as the executive director there. She told me that sometimes these volunteers are the most permanent adult in these children's lives.
Oh, man.
So it's just a great organization for children who are in challenging situations. So we want to invite everyone to come out, go to active.com, go to tullahomatn.gov, register, call them at 455-7426. The cost is $35, but it's going to a great organization. You're going to get a t-shirt and some other goodies, and we're going to have a great time.
Okay, sounds like it.
Hope to see you there.
And a great, I may be walking it. I don't
walking
know.
it, that's all we're asking, because everybody can walk.
Do you actually run in these events?
This one I am going to run in, actually, yeah.
Okay.
I may have to walk a little bit. I may not be able to make the whole.
If I remember correctly, though, you kind of run on a regular basis, right?
That's correct, yes.
Yeah, okay.
I do like to run.
Yeah, okay.
Old cross-country runner.
Yeah, well.
Yeah,
congratulations! You're a perfect fit for this Get Fit Tullahoma program, for goodness sakes.
Well, it really is, and it was so much fun too. I mean, when you get out and you're doing something. I mean, I like to run. I like to bike. Don't have as much time to do it as I used to, but it just really makes you feel a ton better. Smoking gives you a little bit of a high for a little while, but not like it will if you go out and cycle or walk a little bit. It'll get that heart rate up. You'll get a natural feeling, and so. Healthier Tennessee has three things they want us to do.
I forgot what you call that, but I remember that it's the runners.
Adrenaline and endorphins.
Yeah, right. Okay. And it actually works.
It does work. Well, you do feel better, and plus it has lasting benefits. Whereas, so the Healthier Tennessee communities, the three premises it's built on is eat better, move more, and stop smoking.
Yeah.
Or using any other forms of tobacco too. So those are the messages that we're promoting.
Okay. All right. A great program, Winston, and thank you for coming by today and sharing that with us. And I think they got us in a really tight time slot, and I think you got the information out there.
Yes, sir. I'm done.
I did miss, however, some of the other things that are totally irrelevant to anything that we normally do. But I guess I'll have to forgo that for today.
Next time.
Next time.
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate
it very much. Folks, we'll be right back in a moment with more living.
Smoking tobacco accounts for 3 of every 10 fire deaths in the United States.
Tullahoma Fire Department needs you en route to a structure fire, 202 Main Street. Heavy smoke showing. Neighbors advise child trapped inside.
Lighters, matches, and associated smoking paraphernalia are the leading cause of preschooler fire deaths. We as firefighters know that most structure fires can be prevented.
I've got one! I've got one! Command, this is primary search. We have a victim. Need EMS to meet us at the front door.
Please help us to give you a fighting chance. This can be prevented. Contact the Tullahoma Fire Department for a free home safety inspection.
What's a Tennessee vacation? It starts off like any road trip, and then, boom, adventure and thrills everywhere you look, which happens to be some of the most beautiful scenery in the country. Music here, history there, and all kinds of green in between. Come relax and unwind, or bring the crowd for some stargazing, or stargazing. Whatever you do, come hungry and expect an awesome soundtrack. It's all right here in Tennessee. We're playing your song. For a free vacation guide, visit tnvacation.com.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
There she is right there, ladies and gentlemen. I guess we're going to open up with a song.
Okay, all right.
Miss Becky Buller.
The curtains stay closed so the dust doesn't show. The linoleum needs fixing. Nothing's boiling on the stove. Used to be a happy home, but nobody's in the kitchen. It's the heart of the house, the heart of the house. It's the heart of the house, and it's empty. He's a part of the house, and he's empty. At night he comes home and turns the light on, but the darkness stays with him. Sets his dinner on the counter, can't put his arms around her, 'cause nobody's in the kitchen. It's the heart of the house, the heart of the house. It's the heart of the house, and it's empty. He's a part of the house, and he's empty. Don't get lonelier than this. At least the cancer took her quick, left nobody in the kitchen. She was the heart of the house, the heart of the house. She was the heart of the house, and it's empty. He's a part of the house, and he's empty.
Lord have mercy, girl.
Good morning.
Where in the world? This is Becky Buller, folks, my red-headed flaming friend. What an incredibly talented young lady. What I mean, I don't really know what to say other than that was
Thank you.
fantastic.
I co-wrote that with Sarah Majors from up in Nashville. Just
Fantastic.
great writer. Yeah,
The heart of the
that's
house.
Kind of a lonesome song, lonesome way to start off the morning.
It's very thought-provoking. There's no doubt about that, and very well done.
Thank you.
You found a part of that voice I didn't know you had there for a minute.
You know, I was trying to get above I think the pollen's getting me, so I was just trying to blast through that.
Yeah, yeah, but that was quite different than what I expected. That the tone that you had there was incredible.
Thank you.
It's quite surprising.
Thank you.
Very, very good. That going to be on your new album?
Actually, I recorded that a while back.
Oh.
I may re-record that one of these days, but I recorded that on a duo project with Valerie Smith back about 2006, I think. And but here in a minute, I'll sing you one that's going to be on my new record.
Okay. Now, and you're doing that right now?
Yeah, we got in the studio this last weekend, got up there with my band. I'm going to have some guests on it too, but this first set of sessions was the guys in my band, and we just had a great time. They're so much fun.
I bet they are, because you're fun.
Oh, thank you.
You're fun. Now, what about your radio show? How are things going with that?
Well, actually, the Bluegrass Crossroads show is going to be signing off after this next weekend. Our final shows will air on WMSR in Manchester. That's 1320 AM, 107.9 FM, and online at WMSRradio.com. And those final shows are going to air this Thursday, March 31st at 10 a.m. and Saturday 7 to 8 a.m. and Sunday from 8 to 9 p.m.
And how many of those? How many issues of that did you do?
Oh gosh, I was part of the show for 9 years, and
goodness.
And it has been running for about a total of 18 years. So Tom Brantley and Max Northcutt started it, and then Max brought my husband Jeff Haley on board, and Jeff brought Dennis Flatt on board, and Dennis brought Craig Smith, and then Craig and Dennis introduced Jeff and I. And they brought me in to be interviewed on the show when Jeff and I were dating, and I said, well, this is cool, and I kind of took it over.
Right.
I loved it, and I got us into charting, and got the labels to send us the new music, and it was even up for an award last year. So with the International Bluegrass Music Association.
Wonderful.
So yeah, it's been fun, and it's been a great way to learn how to be a better MC. You know, you're forced to listen to yourself talking on the radio.
Right.
And, but it's been really fun. I hope I get to do radio again, but you know, right now we're all just kind of tired. We got a lot of commitments going on. The band stuff has been kicking up for me, and Jeff and I have a 3-year-old daughter now, and so she's getting to the point where
she's mobile.
Yeah, and very opinionated.
Imagine that.
Yeah, I know. So
I know she couldn't get it from Jeff because he's
so mild-mannered.
He's a mild-mannered kind of a dude. So that's that Becky running through her veins.
I guess so. Poor thing. Poor thing. That Buller. She's got that Buller thing going on. Yeah.
Yeah, and so
Buller Haley.
So that's great. You know, I was listening to the radio this morning, and they were talking about a lot of these radio shows now, particularly in Nashville, are also being videoed.
Yes.
And they're streaming
yeah,
online.
Bill Cody in the morning. You can watch him.
Streaming online.
Yeah.
And so a lot of these people are having to
Heartland.
dress differently.
Yes.
And they're having to go,
Yeah.
well, this is my, when I'm not talking face. You know, they have to work on that
Yeah.
because most of the time they might be frowning or picking
Yeah,
their nose.
you can't say
whatever.
face made for radio anymore.
No.
Because you got to have a face for
Radio.
for TV and
radio,
radio
'cause
now.
that's what
yeah,
they're doing.
videos. Well, you know, I wasn't the first video on MTV. Video killed the radio star.
Yeah.
And it's pretty ironic.
Right.
And now it's filtering down even into bluegrass music.
Right,
We're having to
right.
really focus on image more so than we had before. Bluegrass is kind of one of those last holdouts.
Yeah, yeah. Well, what about now? I know something you're getting ready to do that's exciting.
Yeah.
And I have been there before. You're getting ready to do bluegrass underground.
Yeah, we're gonna play the Cave.
Have you been there? Have you been down there before?
I played over there with Valerie several years ago. But my band, the Becky Buller Band, is going to be at Cumberland Caverns. The show is called Bluegrass Underground. You may have seen it on PBS. They have a PBS series now that is viewed all over the country. There we are. There's the Becky Buller Band. That's Brandon,
all over the world.
Brandon Bostic on guitar, Ned Luberecki on the banjo, Daniel Harden from Lynchburg on the bass, and Dan Boner from East Tennessee State University. He's the director of the Bluegrass Country Music program over there at East Tennessee State. He's on the mandolin.
Great.
So I have a killer band. They're wonderful. Please come out and see us. Saturday, April 16th at 1 p.m. We'll be there with Off the Wagon from Nashville. And we'll just have a big old time. Get a chili dog, you know, hang out in the cave, eat chili dogs.
I played down there one time. Of course, it wasn't for Bluegrass Underground, but the acoustics down there are incredible.
They're fantastic.
And you're what, 380 something feet
below ground?
Below
yeah,
ground.
and they have this gigantic chandelier. It's kind of like Phantom of the Opera. Or
yeah,
something.
it is. It is.
Yeah, but the acoustics are incredible. You'd think it would be a big echo chamber, but it's just. Everything is perfect down there. It's a great place to listen to a show. It's a little cooler. You might want to bring a jacket. Make sure you get there by noon because that's when they open the doors, and then it's first come, first served seating. And you want to get your tickets ahead of time at bluegrassunderground.com because it does regularly sell out, especially now that they've got the word out on PBS. They're also broadcast on the radio. So I'm not sure of the times, but it will be airing on WMSR at some point after we've been there, but we won't be on the televised portion.
Well, boo on them.
I know. Maybe
Let's
one
take
of
them out
these
with
days.
a song.
All right, here's a song that's going to be on my new record, and it's about a guy from Raleigh, North Carolina, who served in World War II. His name's John D. Champion. They said, John D., you got a real good set of eyes. We're going to teach you how to fly. Send you to Alaska. The Japanese have us on the run, but now we got the Lightning I. Would you test her if we asked you? You gotta know there's a good chance you won't make it. Pull up on your bootstraps, John. Pull up on your Lightning I. You're a flyboy Piedmont farmer's son. John D. Champion. It's a hard game when you're used to staying on the ground. A couple times he went down, but he stuck with the mission till the call came. Your mama's taken sick, better get home mighty quick. He didn't even ask permission, as they all said, there's a good chance she won't make it. Pull up on your bootstraps, John. Pull up on your Lightning I. You're a flyboy Piedmont farmer's son. John D. Champion.
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
Tired of paying for monthly telephone service, expensive long-distance bills, and all those crazy taxes? Are you sick of spending money on telephone equipment, maintenance contracts, and service calls, all for a phone system that shackles you to 100-year-old technology and your desk? Stop it. It's time to ship your phone system to the cloud. What can the cloud do for you? Bring together remote offices, workers, and employees in the field. Make sure that you'll never miss calls by delivering them to multiple devices. Modernize faxing by allowing multiple faxes to be sent and received at once. And deliver to email. Get your voicemail messages instantly through email too. And take advantage of an endless supply of customizable features. Host My Calls can deliver the cloud. All of this technology with low upfront costs and not one penny in capital expense. It's time for a phone solution you'll truly love from Host My Calls. Call the number below.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
I enjoyed Miss Becky's.
Becky is Becky's
great.
Just,
yeah.
She's just wonderful. She's so full of energy, and folks, you go out and you find, she won several Bluegrass Awards this past year, International Bluegrass Awards, and you go out and you find her music, you find a way to listen to her, go to one of her shows. Her shows are just so energetic and so fun that you just don't want to miss what Miss Becky Buller does. And if she says, she told me how proud she was of her band and how good a band she has, well, if she said that, you can take it to the bank.
Yeah.
Because this gal knows how to play and sing, and she's just one of our favorites. We're so glad that we had her on the show today.
And
along with everybody else we
had some good stuff today. We need to mention the event this weekend with Cat Murray at the Civic Center, and then next week in the Coffee County Conference Center with Children's Advocacy.
That's right, and we've got all kinds of things happening.
It's just all kinds of things. You just got to get out there and get a ticket.
And we're leaving, so
time to go.
You be safe out there, have fun, and we'll see you next time.